how to rent your GPU for AI profit. Stop everything you are doing and look at your mining rig. If you are still pointed at a traditional POW pool, you are effectively burning money in 2026. We've already looked at the math, with Bitcoin production costs hovering around $80,000. The independent home miner is being squeezed out of existence. But look at my dashboard right now. This is a single RTX 3090, and it is generating more daily revenue today than it did during the height of the Ethereum mining boom. How is that possible when every other miner is shutting down? It's because I stopped mining coins and started renting raw compute. We have officially entered the inference era. AI companies are starving for the VRAM tucked away in your cards, and they are paying a massive premium for it. Before we dive into the deep end of this setup, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are rebuilding Crypto Kryptonite for the AI era, and I'm dropping the exact configuration files and high-yield settings you need this week. You don't want to be left behind while the rest of us pivot. Today, I'm handing over the official 2026 Pivot Blueprint. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to flip your idle mining rig into an AI supercomputer in under 10 minutes. This is how we reclaim our profitability. No more hope mining. Let's get into the meat of the setup. Phase 1, the hardware audit. Before we touch a single piece of software, we have to talk about the new metric for success. In the old days, we only cared about megahash. In 2026, hash rate is a legacy stat. Today, the only things that matter are VRAM capacity and your motherboard's interconnect speed. If you have an NVIDIA card with 24 gigabytes of VRAM like the 3090 or the 4090, you are effectively an AI king. These cards are the gold standard because they can host large language models entirely in their memory. If you are running 8 gigabyte or 12 gigabyte cards, like the 3060 or 3070, your strategy is different. You'll be focusing on DPIN infrastructure and light inference tasks. I have categorized every major consumer card in my 2026 GPU tier list inside the Blueprint PDF linked below. You need to check that to see exactly where your specific rig fits into the hierarchy. For this tutorial, we are going to focus on the two heavyweights that are currently paying the highest yield for consumer hardware: IO.net and Akash network. These aren't just mining pools, these are decentralized clouds that treat your home office like a professional data center. Phase 2, the IO.net worker setup. We're starting with IO.net because it is currently the most miner-friendly platform for someone moving over from Hive OS or Windows mining. But there is a massive trap that most miners fall into. They try to run this like a standard miner, and it fails. Step 1 happens before you even boot into your OS. You must enter your BIOS. Most miners forget this, but you absolutely have to enable virtualization technology and above 4G decoding. If these aren't toggled on, the AI containers we are about to install simply won't see your cards, and you'll be sitting at zero earnings. Once your BIOS is prepped, we aren't downloading a simple .exe or a miner binary. We are installing a Docker container. This is a crucial distinction. When you run this container, you aren't solving math to secure a network. You are creating a secure environment that allows a researcher in San Francisco, an AI startup in London, or a developer in Tokyo to rent a slice of your GPU to run their specific AI tests and model training. You are being paid for two things: uptime and compute. This means even if nobody is currently using your card, you are getting paid just for being available and verified. It's cleaner than mining. It runs significantly quieter because the workloads are often bursty rather than 100% constant heat. And as you can see on my live dashboard, the payout per kilowatt is significantly higher than what you get on any Bitcoin or altcoin pool right now. Phase 3, the DPIN alternative and stacking the stack. Now, I know many of you are sitting on older rigs or cards that might not have 24 gigabytes of RAM, or maybe you just want a set it and forget it option that doesn't require constant monitoring. This is where Akash network comes into play. Think of Akash as the Airbnb of data centers. By listing your hardware on their marketplace, you become part of a massive, decentralized cloud. You are essentially competing with Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud. But because your overhead is lower, you can offer better prices and still take home a massive profit. But we aren't stopping there. To truly maximize your revenue, we have to talk about stacking the stack. While your GPS are busy on IO.net or Akash, your CPU and your unused internet bandwidth are just sitting there doing nothing. This is where we layer in deep-in protocols like Grass and NodePay. These don't touch your GPU at all. They use the excess bandwidth of your internet connection to help AI models scrape and verify data. I run these on the exact same machine that is renting out the GPS. This doesn't slow down your gaming or your compute tasks, it just fills in the gaps. By stacking these 3 layers, GPU compute, cloud hosting, and bandwidth sharing, you are creating a triple threat income stream from a single rig. This is exactly how you reclaim that $600 a year for doing nothing that I broke down in my last short. You are no longer just a miner, you are a decentralized infrastructure provider. Phase 4, the exit strategy and profit tracking. The question I get asked every single day in the comments is, how do I actually get my money? The beauty of the 2026 landscape is that we aren't stuck in the old ways. We aren't waiting weeks for a pool to hit a 0.01 BTC minimum payout threshold while the price fluctuates wildly. These AI platforms pay out with much higher frequency, often in stablecoins or high liquidity native tokens that you can swap for your currency of choice instantly. My personal strategy? I don't hold the payout tokens. I take my AI compute profits and I immediately convert them into Bitcoin. When you do the math, you will find that you end up with significantly more sats at the end of every month by doing this than you ever would have earned by trying to mine Bitcoin directly with your GPUs. The old way of mining is a legacy hobby. The new way is providing the fuel for the AI revolution. If you ran into any issues with the BIOS settings or the Docker installation, do not get frustrated. Drop a comment below with your exact GPU model and your motherboard specs, and I will personally jump in to help you troubleshoot. Our community is all about making sure nobody gets left behind in this transition. Also, make sure you download the 2026 Emergency Blueprint via the link in the description. It has all the direct links to the worker portals, my hardware audit checklist, and the optimized settings for every NVIDIA card. Let's get those rigs back online and start earning what we're worth. I'll see you in the next one.